Leave it all away.
We're here live at Social Media Week 2018, and today all things fashion, social media influences will be discussed by Bella Naija Style. So join us as we go on this ride. This is HFA TV. I'm Oyebola Olubumi.
Slowly.
When I started Joe Biden's, when we started, and I did say that I felt that I sort of knew what women wanted to wear. I think it's at that point in time I sort of knew what I wanted to wear. I think that we were. I think things. It was. I always call it that period that I started to design. It was sort of a reawakening of fashion in Nigeria. I don't know if it's a reawakening or an awakening.
Leave it all away.
All of us here, when people sort of say their top three or top specifically on our fashion, our style, and you have people who've gone into descent now who are, editors of British Vogue, like Edward Denham-Full, Adjoa Bow on the cover, and then we also have, lots of designers in the West sort of looking here as well. I mean, Fendi did a shoot in the East for one of their campaigns. And also, one can't mention them without mentioning the whole Stella McCartney antics. So obviously, she has created a collection which has Ankara print. It's now sold in Harrods. It's for quite a lot of money. And you went onto social media, and you actually, can you tell us a little bit more about why you did what you did for those who haven't seen it?
It's 2 nights. Tell the story. I thought, wow, this is incredible. I was quite emotional as a Nigerian designer who has been doing this for quite a few years, and the fact that the dress was in one of the in a really high-end store. I think that just got me a little roused up, and so I posted about the dress and saying that what upsets me is that instead of the authentic thing that is here, we see copies everywhere. I cannot remember my words, and I said that every Ankara piece in that collection is a joke. I said something like that. But I think that it wasn't. I think some people, I think it's got out of hand. But I do think it has started a very important conversation. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've been designing for 14 years now, and I respect every designer. everywhere in the world, because I do know what it is. Someone like Stella McCartney, of course, has been designing for years, even before I ventured into fashion design. So of course I respect her. Of course I'm not trying to drag her name or anything like that. However, I think that for me, as a Nigerian designer who has worked with the Ankara fabric, and yes, I do know that there is the argument about Ankara wax belonging to Nigerians. Of course, we know the history of it. But one thing I do know is that inspiration has been taken from here and has been exported. And so, for me, what is upsetting, or what upset me, is the fact that, you know, these things are seen here. We continue to, I feel, pander to the international market. However, I do understand that there are certain brand names that I guess are more visible, and so even if they're going to do exactly what I do, it would be them that will get that spot in the store that I am eyeing, you know. And this, I think the whole thing sort of makes me want to talk about something else, which is that as Nigerian designers, our industry, and even the African fashion industry as a whole, we need to look inwards now. I think it's important that instead of looking for the global, international recognition, which of course will come and which of course doesn't diminish our vision.
It all away.
Right now I'm with Paragon, Ezine, and Pamela. So together they'll be discussing with us, or they'll just tell us what they learned today. They attended the seminar and it was mind-blowing. So what's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm fine,
I kind of like a smile, bro. So what did you learn at the seminar today?
I learned that you should always be yourself. Don't try too hard. Just be original. Just do what you're good at doing, and then one day, like, things just work out for you.
So, wow, one day things will just work out for you. You heard it from her.
Alright.
Okay, what I learned was that even though we're all growing, and if you're exactly let all these, like, call them influencers all around try to make you feel bad that maybe your brand isn't going fast enough, because obviously everybody grows and we all start from somewhere. So that's just basically it. And always try to put yourself out there. Don't just, don't feel exactly, don't isolate yourself. Just always be outgoing, do things, meet people, network, and everything work out for you eventually.
Okay, everything works out for you eventually. So be yourself.
All right, so I learned that there's more to being an influencer. It's not just about taking pictures and tagging brands. You have to know what you stand for. Like, it's not just everybody that you collaborate with. So basically, just be open to be open to collaborations and collaborate with people that would help you build your brand, as well as taking good pictures. Like, it's not every time you have to post. You have to post good quality pictures. So yeah, put that into consideration, guys. Yeah.
Wow, so we've heard it all from them. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Media Week, you've used a platform which all of us have, a device, a phone, something where we can read and see these things. And you've sort of used the power of your voice. I mean, you have, substantial followership on your own handle and also on your various business handles. So by you calling it out, it's really important, because it's also added with gravitas, because you're someone who's actually in the industry. It's not just someone on the sidelines. But also picking up on two things that you said, which is, first of all, price points and being considered on a par, because I think that one of the things that both designers here in Nigeria and if we look at the wider African context is are luxury brands being considered on a par of luxury anywhere else in the world? And I think that's a really important point that you touched upon, which is, why is it that someone might think that something from somewhere else should be cost less or more? But also something that I wanted to sort of put to you, which sort of ties in with Dapper Dan's work with Gucci. And he sort of collaborated with them, so rather than sort of them copying him, they actually opted for a pre-collage type sort of setup, where it's like, okay, we want you in, you're going to be in the studio with us, we're going to create together, rather than someone coming to your shop and taking pictures on their iPhone and Bob's your uncle, oh, this looks awfully similar.
Having our production costs ever increasing, and we see that you have to price what you do somewhere. And the thing is, we know the work that goes in. Our materials are expensive. We're constantly, it's a lot of things we buy. Nothing is made, hardly anything is manufactured here. We're importing everything. And all these things are added to the costs at the end of the day. Now, apart from all this, as a designer, I'm giving you quality, top quality. The finishing is quite expert to the extent that we can do it here.
It all away.
Inspiration, sourcing, there are people you just look to and you think, oh my goodness, there's always something interesting there. I mean, and also, that you've also felt, gosh, it's lovely to sort of now, beyond sort of Lagos, which is your home, to sort of like be connecting with people around the world.
Yeah, I mean, for those that know my Instagram page, it really is me documenting my sort of everyday style, what I'm wearing today or whatever. And of course, the community I build and I'm attracted to, and I think I attract, are those who are into that as well. You know what I mean? And so, of course, there are other handles that I follow. There are people who are really stylish that I follow, and I think, yeah, do you want me to?
Any particular ones we can follow them too. copy paste your follower.
Who do I follow? Oh Lord, the sport. Craft and Glamour. Yes, that is a handle where they find unusual things, and I like the unusual thing.
Slowly.
Yeah, I mean, for us also, it sounds, let's sort of take this back, sort of like, on a kind of space of how people perceive
I do know that there is, I guess Instagram has created for me in its own way some sort of sphere of influence. I will say that. I don't know if I will call myself an ambassador in that way, but I think that, yeah, in this part of the world, if I am going to be one of the faces of it, but there are so many stylish people in this part of the world, I don't think that is restricted.
Of course. Mm-hmm. But as you sort of highlighted earlier, I mean, I think it's it's really, really great and really inspiring. I think also for younger people to see you being featured in Vogue, to see you being featured in Refinery 29, because, you know, it's a bit like, you know, that whole thing of, you know, Lupita being featured at the Oscars. You know, you can be in your craft, but also for your face to be sort of seen and recognized and celebrated. I mean, I suppose it's something where you're sort of looking at the generation below and them sort of being inspired by that.
Yeah, I mean, that, well, the way you put it, that's great. I think that if young people connect with that, and I'm sure they do, then that's wonderful.
it all away.
I have with me the pretty Mary. That's what I call her. She's really pretty, you know. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well. I like your glow up, you know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Candy beats on the beat.
Yeah. Okay, so we've learned so much today. What would you say, what would you qualify fashion? In your own words, how would you define fashion?
I think fashion is things that are happening all around. It doesn't just have to be about clothes or outfit. It's a general thing. It has to do with travel. It has to do with food. Everything can be fashionable. You can have fashion on a plate. You can have fashion in everywhere. So fashion for me is all around me. Anything that I have that looks good, that looks aesthetically appealing, that's fashion for me.
Okay. Yeah, as an individual, we all have styles that inspire us. So for you, what inspires your style?
What inspires my style? There's so much that inspires my style. I wouldn't say one person or one thing. I feel like my mood dictates my style a lot of times. A lot of people inspire me. I would say Anna Wintour inspires me, Lisa Falayo inspires me, Bridget Sawashika inspires me, even Bella Naija editor at large, Mazi Odo inspires me. So it's different things, different days, different places inspire my style. But my general style is, you know, just always shine. You know, sometimes even though you look subtle, just always shine. Just something that will always make you sparkle. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so from the conference or seminar we just had, what were you able to pick?
Okay, the panel was such an interesting one because I moderated it, and you know, it was just so inspiring to be with, you know, a range of influencers that, you know, from 0 to 100 real quick. For me, the takeaway was be consistent in whatever it is you're doing. Even though you're not an influencer, even though you are a tailor, even though you are a banker, be consistent in whatever you're doing. And don't undershot yourself. At the same time, don't oversell yourself. Just find a balance. Always find a balance in whatever it is you're doing, and stick to what you know. Stick to your passion, and then you'd excel and shine.
Exactly. Stick to your passion. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Aderunke Nombasiade Paludo. I'm a fashion entrepreneur, leading PD for Rockefeller brand and a lifestyle blogger.
So you guys tell me, are you feeling this panel or what? I feel like there's so much experience. Please welcome them with a round of applause. All right, let's get right into it. Adirunke, I'm going to start off with you straight away because I feel like you have this very interesting story of how you grew from about 8K to 100,000 followers in a year. So I'm just going to ask, how did it all start when you had just 8K followers? How did it start for you?
Okay, for me, I've always loved fashion, but I've been doing business like from the beginning, right from school, selling bras, then makeup, then I decided to go into fashion blogging. So I'll just be real with you guys, like, I don't know how it happened. I think at the time I started fashion blogging, I had people I looked up to, someone like Irony of Ashi, and I said to myself, why am I coming into this space? Why am I coming into the fashion space? Two things. So it was a purpose I loved doing. Followership came, I think, as a result of people understanding that this person is authentic. I was original. I wasn't wanting to be like anybody. You understand? So I think the followership is like an added advantage. So people saw what they liked, they loved it, and they decided to follow. And yeah, I started July 1st. It's not even up to, I started July 1st, 2016. I'm not 2 years in blogging, and yeah, here we are.
So I think that's really amazing and inspiring. I'm going to go right to Kende. Your melanin godmother, everybody. I know, Kende, you used to just post photos on Instagram like every normal girl, just selfies, outfit posts. I mean, how did you transition from just posting photos to becoming a full-blown influencer?
It's so funny because I never really thought I would be saying that I'm an influencer as an entrepreneur, but I moved to Lagos about 3 years ago, and I've just been shuffling back and forth from Chicago to Lagos. And I'm not a fan of like going out to clubs and stuff, so I just wanted to find like a hobby. And for me, taking photos and just taking photos of just like things that people would think that doesn't even matter for me, and just plugging them into my applications, it was like fun for me. Organizing my page and structuring it and color coding and things like that was just so fun to me. So I don't know, I just started taking photos, and I just started getting followers. I'm like, what is this? Who gave me a shout out? But I just started getting followers, and I don't know, like it just, to be honest, it just randomly just happened. It naturally just happened. I just started taking photos, and next thing you know, brands started reaching out, and that's when I realized, like, wow, I'm actually an influencer. And I think many people realize, like, okay, they think being an influencer is about getting paid to post things or getting free things, and that's not really what it's about. It's about impacting other people's lives, and once you realize that, okay, you're actually impacting people's lives, that's when you actually know that you're an influencer. So when people started reaching out to me, people like me started reaching out to me saying like, oh my gosh, like I love your skin. You know, what do you use to moisturize your skin? How do you maintain your darkness? And how do you embrace your color? I started realizing like, oh shoot, like people are actually like looking up to me. I gotta, you know, use my platform as a, I have to take advantage of my platform and just, you know, just embrace my skin complexion and just let people know that it is okay to be dark and beautiful, and you should embrace the skin that you're in. So that's how it started for me, I guess.
Amazing. I mean, what I've heard so far is it just came naturally to Aderonke and Kende. They weren't really making an effort. So Taji, I know you're not particularly from the beauty or fashion niche. You're coming from an entertainment side as a reality TV star, as a host, and all of that. Would you say it's a one-size-fits-all formula, or, you know, people grow their audiences differently?
Definitely don't think it's a one-size-fits-all formula. I definitely don't think that it's the same for everyone. I feel like she just said, it happened. She didn't really, you know, focus on it. It just kind of happened. And she realized later that her followership was growing and decided to use the platform. I feel like you can come from different spectrums of the scale or the ladder, whatever it is. You can be an actress on a series or a movie, and people just feel like they relate with the character, and they feel like they like you, so they want to know more about you. Or you can just be someone just doing your hustle, and people just feel like, okay, this girl's doing something positive, let me follow her. It doesn't start easy. Well, for me, it didn't start easy. At first, when I came out, I was insulted because I was plus size, and I thought I was the shit, and I thought I was, you know, important, and it was frowned upon. People would say all kinds of mean things because they could, and they were behind a computer. But then, I believe that it's very important to be true to yourself and to absolutely do it for you. The important thing is to not do it because you're trying to grow followers, to not do it because you're trying to, I don't even know, reach someone. Do it because you're trying to do something positive.
It all away.
Guys, it's been a nice time here at the Social Media Week 2018. We've learned about several things, from fashion to growing your followership, to how to be consistent with what you do with your craft. Remember, you need to keep watching HSP TV. My name is Oke-Lawal.